more appealing. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. We are
Hey.
slightly early today, but
Yeah.
that's because we had some stuff going on and we need to finish a little bit. We're never early. I'm shocked, Kayla.
Ever. This is the first time. That's what I was about to say. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're early, like by 5 minutes.
But truth be told, we're late because we were going to start 20 minutes
Earlier.
ago. But we look early. So you guys just get us today, and we want to talk about a program that we've actually been utilizing quite a bit of. In fact, funny enough, I actually just got a text message like a few minutes before we hopped on here asking me to give some numbers regarding this particular program. And it was right after our phone call that we were talking to a client about this program as well. So what we're talking about is called there's a couple different versions of it, but it's a buy down. And it isn't necessarily like, okay, I'm using discount points to buy down my interest rate. This is more along the lines of the seller contributing funds, yes, to buy down the interest rate, but the way that it works, the way that it's calculated is it has the seller paying the difference in the monthly payment for each scenario. So, for example, the first one that we'll talk about is called a 2-1 buy down. So, for round numbers, let's say that my interest rate that I'm able to offer that client is at 7%. With the 2-1 buy down, it means that for the first 12 months, for the first 1 year, that I can give them a monthly payment reflective of 2% lower than that base rate of 7%. So 5% interest rate for 12 months. So the second year, which is it's a 2-1, so the second year is 1% lower. So we go from 7% interest rate to a 6% interest rate. So that second year, granted, my monthly payment does increase, but it's still at a lower interest rate than what my base rate is.
Right.
The calculation, but we're just going to kind of give like a brief high level.
Lindsay, you're starting to break up. You're kind of frozen. I don't know if you can see or hear me still. I can kind of, you still sound a little bit like a robot, but I think it's probably because you might be driving through like a dead zone or something. I'm actually going to take a picture of your face so I can show it to you later. I can't wait to send this to you. Just let me. All right. Well, it's just me, but what Lindsay was trying to say, and I can't tell you the exact numbers, but this is a program that she's been utilizing and that I have been trying to talk with my clients about getting these seller concessions and using it to your benefit. So you save money, at least the first year, at least the second year. But the goal is, and the main reason why these lenders have put this program in place is, we hope to be able to refinance, hopefully within the first year, maybe the second year, but, because we don't know when the rates are going to go back down. There she is. She's back.
Well, I'm back. So I don't know how far I got, but I was trying to get on my phone to see if it would be any better. But and I'll put all of this in the comments so I'll explain it better. But say that.
Oh, there you go again. Frozen again. This is what happens, guys, when we are, busy and
This is going so well.
there we go. There she is.
going
Hey,
separately.
at least it's not me this time.
I'm not overheating or anything. I think it's just from driving down the road.
Dead
So
zone.
say it's $2,500, 7%. Now with the first year, we get to have a $2,000 a month payment. So $500 times 12. That's how much money the seller would have to contribute for that first year. And then say that second year, it's 1% lower, and now it's $2,250. So $250 times 12 plus the initial year, add those together, and that's essentially what the seller has to contribute for that 2-1 buy down. And that's a higher review of what the calculation looks like, but it's a general rule of thumb of what it could look like. So the buyer gets the benefit of those monthly payments. They still have to qualify at that higher rate, but they do have that monthly payment lower throughout those 2 years. Now, say that a year and a half from now, interest rates are fantastic and we go through a big refi boom. We can refinance that mortgage, take advantage of the lower interest rates, and none of the money that the seller contributes, say there's $5,000 left in the account for the difference of those payments, they get that back. So when we order the payoff to do the refinance, there'll be a credit or a principal reduction for that dollar amount that is left over from the seller's contributions. So it's a pretty cool program. I have a couple of them actually going right now. And then, like I said, you and I just got off the phone with a client talking about it. And then I got a text message asking me to run some numbers for it. So it's definitely pretty popular. It sets the buyer's mind at ease a little bit, at least for that initial period, that they don't have to have, that bigger payment based on that bigger interest rate, at least temporarily. So
Right.
there's also, there's many different versions of it. There's a 1-1. So basically for the 2 years, you get 1% lower. Then we have a 3-2-1, which is 3% lower the first year, 2% lower the second year, 1% lower the third year. And it depends on what that looks like as far as how much money that the seller is able and willing to contribute to figure out what's the best and most lucrative way to structure it.
Right. Lots of options. And, because I think like the biggest thing is, we've been talking about this for what now, a year, a little bit over a year,
Yeah.
When interest rates started going up and everyone's like, when are they going back down? When are they going back down? When is the market going to crash? When is this going to happen? When are foreclosures going to start coming into play? And so there's a lot of questions that, one, we don't have, real solid answers for. We know that they're going to come down. We don't know when. We don't know what that number is going to be. There's just like a lot of question marks that things are going to happen. Are we going to have a foreclosure boom soon? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't foresee that coming, especially in our market area. But people have been saying that we're going to see a lot of short sales and foreclosures since 2020, and it hasn't happened yet. So we're going into 2024 here pretty soon. So, as of right now,
the benefit is that if somebody is struggling financially, they have equity. They can pull the equity out of their home. Not everybody qualifies, and I get that. But general rule of thumb is most people their bills are equity. And whatever portion of their is a struggle to, and then later combine them together and kind of save themselves if they were in that financial burden of a situation.
Right.
So.
And like you said, there's always options. It's not just like, okay, I can't afford my mortgage anymore, I'm falling behind on my payments, and then it's just automatic foreclosure. Like that's not it's
definitely better. Like if it's coming, like, and you see it, and you're and if you're not able to to make those payments and you foresee it coming, it is better sooner than later. Don't wait till you're late on those payments. Once you're late on those payments, it changes your credit score. Like, it changes the whole scenario for you, when in reality, like, get ahead of it. Like, oh, like, things aren't working out, like, get that security blanket if necessary. But definitely don't wait until it's too late, or that you have that negative mark on that credit report.
Right. Exactly. Because it's so quick to, I feel like with anything, it's so quick to fall behind or get that negative mark on anything, but then it takes forever to fall off, or it takes forever to build back your credit score. So yeah. So let's see. I know there was a couple other things that we wanted to talk about and touch base on. Some things that I know I wanted to talk about Halloween because it's October, and I know that that's coming up soon, and that's a huge part of the community. So I just wanted to touch base on that a little bit, which really isn't. Yeah, I see that. I saw him like poking his head, like, hi.
He's not feeling so well today. He's got his medicine kicked in, but he woke up with a slight little fever, and I don't send him to school with a fever. So now the medicine's making him feel a little better. He's like, all right, what are we going to do?
And then he'll crash again later.
We'll have to give him more medicine. But sore throat, stuffy nose, it's that time of year. Mm-hmm. That time of year.
For sure.
He's had lots of fun this past couple of weeks. He turned 9.
Yeah, you had a birthday party, right?
Yeah.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
It looked fun. I was jealous.
Big shout out to Priceless Inflatables. He gave us the inflatable with his company. You get the inflatable for the entire weekend. I believe he dropped it off on Friday, and he picked it up. He actually picked it up Monday morning. So Christian got to take advantage of the inflatable for the entire weekend. It was a slide. It was fantastic. And then he had kind of like a concession thing. So his party was a baseball party, and we got the hot dog warmer with the buns, and we did cotton candy, and we did a snow cone machine, and it was absolutely fantastic. The kids loved it. Best party. And that's my goal.
Yeah. That sounds awesome.
Hot dogs.
Where's my invite?
Yeah, right. It was great, and they always do a really great job setting it up and coming and picking it up, and that extra length of time is definitely well worth it. So Priceless Inflatables, Mark Price, thank you so much. It was really fantastic. But you asked about Halloween. So yes, Halloween. We are in October. Mm-hmm. It is full force. And Halloween this year is on a Friday and Saturday. We have 2 nights, and you can buy tickets in advance as well as at the gate. They're less expensive to buy them in advance. I can actually put the link in the comments here below. But it is the 27th and 28th of October, and it's at Starkey Park. It is a drive-through scare event, and we have, I think all of our lots are filled this year. So that's exciting. Some that have been in there in the past, and lots of new. We are still looking for volunteers. There's always a place for volunteers. I think this year, for a lot of our high schools, when a lot of high school students come and help us, it's homecoming. So a lot of them are taking advantage of taking their homecoming and not able to volunteer. So I don't want to say we're short, because that isn't accurate, but we're definitely seeing a difference between now and the previous years because of homecoming. So we're definitely looking for volunteers. We're looking for candy donations for their bags. We give out bags each night. There's 500. The first 500 that are in line for each night receive a swag bag. There's candy in it, items, donated stuff from companies. So like free tickets, for example. I know that one of our like petting zoo farms, like they had tickets to come into their facility, and some of our local breweries, there's like coupons in there for things. I mean, the list is long of the things that are in this bag. It's pretty incredible. And then we also have VIP. And what VIP does is you have a separate line. You don't have to wait in line. You typically can go through the line at least twice, if not more, if you choose to. And this year we have an added fun part, and Swag Party Rentals is setting up a zombie hunt, and you'll be able to get out of your car and participate. And I don't know if everybody's familiar with jelly balls, but basically they have these little blasters, and they're filled with, they remind me of Orbeez. They might even be Orbeez. And he said they are. See, he does. And hunt some zombies. And I believe there's 2 people that I'm getting out of my car, and I'm going to go shoot at them. Mr. Reagan Weiss, we get to shoot him with some Orbeez. And
Tanner Kilty?
Yes, and Tanner Kilty. So RJ Kilty, they are our presenting sponsor again for this year. So thank you very much. And they will be front, and we get to go in and shoot Tanner and Reagan along with others. It's so fun. Huh?
How much are these VIP tickets? I think I need to buy one.
Well, I'm sorry. So they're $100. And of course, all of the funds that we bring in for the event, half of it goes to Parks and Rec, for the community. And the other part is through Hub Life Charities. And of course, we do multiple things through Hub Life Charities with the funds. We do lots of things around Christmas time, people that are in need. Goodness, the list is long of all the stuff that we were able to do with the funds that were raised through the multiple events that we do. But Huboween is definitely one of the highest ones, and I can't believe it. It's 4 years. We started this COVID because nobody didn't have anything to do during COVID. All the Halloween stuff was shut down. They couldn't go trick or treating. No haunted houses, anything. So we got together with Parks and Rec, and they typically had the houses that were decorated that we'd stand in line to go through the houses.
The cabins.
Yep. And that's the way that they were able to fund some things, back then. So we thought of doing like a drive-through scare event because we weren't able to be in each other's presence and set up at the lots and stuff. So it started 4 years ago. It is by far one of my most exciting things to do. It is heartwarming for me. Like there's things that have happened each year that have touched my heart. One of the main ones that I can think of off the top of my head is this girl. She wasn't able to ever participate in any of the haunted houses because she was in a wheelchair. Well, she was able to be in the wheelchair and drive through the event. And I will never forget her face, like her sitting in that wheelchair with the door open and, just so excited to be able to participate in stuff like that. So I would get teared, talking about it, but like definitely like my favorite thing to do. It's great.
Yeah.
So anyway, October 27th, 28th, $100 VIP tickets. We have some extra special things. I believe that our sponsors are closed as of yesterday. But like I said, there's other ways to contribute. We're looking for stuff to stuff the bags. We're looking for candy donations. I'll put the flyer in here for the candy donations. If you're out and buying your own candy, grab a bag or off, and advertise your business. So essentially there's going to be 1,000 bags between the 2 nights just for general admission, and then 200 VIP bags. So 1,200 bags of, plus social media presence of, things that we advertise on, we'll have your name on it for any kind of contribution. So
cool.
Also, speaking of RJ, this Saturday, Chris is driving.
They have their Touch a Truck event, right?
Yes, the Touch a Truck event. anniversary. And uh,
You're breaking up
I think
again,
I broke
Lindsay.
up. Saturday
Yep,
to
you did.
RJ Kilty. You tell me.
Yeah, it's Saturday. RJ Kilty at what is it, 12 to 2 or 12 to, I'm not 100% sure on the time. I'm going to pull it up, but it is at their facility off of Massachusetts. Let me see if I can pull up their information. But I know I've gone to it before, so hold on. RJ Kilty. Did you know that they have a golden toilet in front of their facility right now? The Golden
This
Throne.
morning, that's when the Golden Throne arrived. I got an email about it. I thought it was hysterical.
I should put that in my front yard. I've always thought it would be funny to put a toilet out front as a joke and then remove it.
We're gonna grow some plants.
Yeah. But yeah, their Touch a Truck. It's from 10 to 2. So I'm glad I looked that up. And it's at their facility, 7979 Massachusetts Avenue in Newport Richey. And they do have a petting zoo there. They have food and just a bunch of fun stuff to go to. And I've gone to it before, and it's pretty great. And they also have a 3D mammogram bus.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. You know, for anybody that needs to get that done. And I know that they are big advocates of, you know, breast cancer awareness. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and, you know, their family has been affected by, you know, they have family members that have had, you know, breast cancer. So they're huge advocates of that. But yeah, so a couple events to go to this month. I'm sure there's way more than that, but, you know, coming up this weekend, stop on at RJ Kilty, and then the end of the month, go to Halloween in Starkey Park. So all local stuff. Great.
I am running a little contest. I just posted it yesterday. So the fantastic, amazing Amanda Hart and Brian Hart team of Blackjack Media put a scary wrap on the side of my Jeep. And if you see me out and about, take a picture, make sure that you post it, tag us, and you'll be entered into a drawing to win a set of VIP tickets. So for Halloween.
That's cool. I mean, I'm just going to come stalk you and just take pictures and tag you.
Okay.
No, but yeah, that turned out great. Brandon Withers says, "Hey guys." So hi, Brandon.
Hey, Brandon. He had to come in and get my pool cleaned from all of the kiddos in my pool.
That was probably fun.
That was fun.
Oh, gosh. Well, it's always something, right?
Right.
So yeah, lots of fun stuff. But yeah, your Jeep turned out awesome, by the way. I didn't even know that you were doing that, but that's really cool. I knew that obviously that was Brian and Amanda at Blackjack. Very, very cool.
Yeah, we did a really great job. I was excited. I'm gonna take it out at night, because even though the picture that I took looks fantastic, it's even cooler at night because it has like a reflective material like in the wrap itself. So there's blood dripping down my Jeep. It looks really cool. Like when the lights hit it, it almost reflects. It is so neat. So look out. I'll do a video. Hopefully in the next couple of days when I get some time to do it and show you what it looks like at night. It looks pretty neat, and we'll be at Halloween. You'll see it there. So
cool, very cool. Let's see, what else did we have on our list of things to do? Which I need to get some time to get some candy for you guys for Halloween, and
well, thank you. Appreciate it.
See if I can pull some stuff out to help stuff the bags. I don't know where anything is right now. That's
what we were talking about. We were talking about hurricane recovery, and we wanted to talk about the insurance process, and
that's it.
Fortunately, that we get the opportunity to speak with you, who unfortunately is going through the process, but at least we'll, because you're experiencing it, you'll be able to help educate the rest of us, and the steps to take and do's and don'ts and what that looks like.
Yeah.
So bittersweet, I guess.
Yeah. Well, good thing is, I just so very lucky and grateful that, one, I grew up here. And so I have a lot of connections in the community and everything. And everybody has, I mean, I didn't even have to ask for anyone to come and help me. Like, you just like showed up to my house and I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
I was
No idea. People just showed up. And, a good thing about the community is, everybody, people showed up, like not physically that day, but they just showed up and, sent help and, reached out, say, what do you need? And I'm like, I don't know what I need. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, I'm splashing in my living room. But we are going to have an insurance agent come on. We're working on that scheduling right now to talk more about like just insurance and flood policy and everything. And once I'm through with this entire process, I do want to kind of give maybe a video recap or just something so I can really explain just my experience and what I would do differently next time, or what I would do to prepare better, just insurance wise. And I think that one thing that Mike and I both agree on, like, next year, like, let's make sure before storm season, let's pull out our policy just to make sure what our policy is, what coverage do we have? Because, when all this happened, that was the last thing that we could remember or think about, like, how much coverage do we have? What do we do? Wait a minute, which insurance are we with? Because that's not something, you don't pay that bill that, comes out in your mortgage. Or you prepay it. Right. Every year through your escrow, if you have a mortgage. So
looking at all the time either. So
no. So like, we were trying to figure out, like, okay, what do we do next? Okay, we file the claim, and then what? So it's definitely been it's been an experience, and it's something that I've learned so much from, and I can use that to help other people and help guide my clients. So I'm, grateful. Like you said, bittersweet. I'm grateful for the opportunity. Is it a headache? Yes. But I am happy to say that we actually slept in our house last night for the first time since August. So it's been a little bit over a month since we've actually been able to sleep in our house. It's not quite done yet, but it's almost there. So, and I have Alchemy Home Services to thank for that. They have been absolutely wonderful. I mean, they're like angels
enough, like fantastic. Not only for everything that they're doing for you, like across the board, like what an awesome company, over and above, no matter what they're doing. It's just
selfless.
They're incredible.
I just like couldn't even believe it. Like, we were going to like try and like piece things together and like, okay, like, let's go try and figure out cabinets. And, thankfully they showed up, because there were things that were going on that like we had no idea. Like we had tile floors, which we thought were fine. It's tile, like the floors are fine. On the surface, they're fine. They were dirty.
I was asking you, like, are we going to we have to pull up the floors? And you're like, no. Okay.
No, we're good. Next thing, like 2 days later, I'm like, I send her a picture. I'm like, the floors are gone.
The floors are coming up.
Well, the tile.
You don't know unless you know.
Yeah, there's apparently a lot of room for error with tile floors. So like, you would have to seal them. I think they said maybe every year or something, because the grout is porous. And if it doesn't go all the way to the wall, or if there's one piece that's loose or something, water can get in there. And thankfully they showed up, because we pulled up the tile, and lo and behold, it smelled, it was brown, there was sewage. It was disgusting. And then, we would have replaced everything else in all the surroundings. And then I don't know, however many months or when that would be an issue, or we would be sick. There was just so much room for error there. And, I'm just grateful that they showed up, and things are going quickly and smoothly, and they're fixing things that needs to be done, not just trying to slap some stuff on the walls and, just to get it done, so, that's been great. We have, I think there was like one more cabinet they needed to put in. when I left this morning, and all of our floors are done. We had, all of our drywall. So we have one bathroom that's probably done by now. And yeah, things are going great. So it's definitely something that I highly recommend if you ever go through any sort of flood, whether it's from a storm or like maybe let's say you have a leak in your bathroom and it ends up flooding your bathroom out and into the rest of your house. Get a contractor and don't try and piece it together. Make sure they're licensed and insured. And if you have to get multiple quotes, get multiple quotes. It's always suggested so that way you know that, okay, I'm going with either the most expensive, but they're going to get it done quickest, or I'm going to go with the cheapest. I don't know. That way you just kind of know what a good price is and feel out the contractors who you want to work with. Because I can just tell you right now, this experience is just kind of, not that I had a different perspective of contractors, but they make your life so much easier, because I just couldn't imagine trying to deal with insurance, FEMA, dealing with trying to pick out everything that I have to pick out, wall colors, flooring, cabinets, this and that for the house, and working, and then also chasing down different trades. Like, can I get a plumber to redo this? Can I get a cabinet person to do that? Can I get a flooring person? All of the above, trying to fix things, and then chase them down. It's just
a lot
here, and we started trying to do that. And then he came along and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, Jesus. You came along and you just saved me. So, but yeah, I could probably go on for a very long time about this entire process, but I need to probably put it down step by step. I know there's some people that, yeah. I'd like to do a show. Like, once everything's all said and done, I've completed the insurance situation, and there's a lot of assistance out there too.
So that'll be the show next year. I'm just kidding.
next year, because it's not gonna. No, I'm just kidding. So but things are relatively going smooth. On the insurance side and on just everything else. It's a lot to deal with all at one time. Especially when you still have to work and do other things and live your life and living out of potential boxes and not in your daily everyday routine. And yep, we were sleeping on an air mattress for the last month, and all of our belongings for the most part are in bins.
So shout out to Kayla's chiropractor.
Yes, Chase DeCubilis. I come in and I'm like, my back's broken. He's like, yeah, mine too. Because his house had some flooding too. So yes, but thankfully he lives in a 2-story, I believe he said. So he was able to live there. It wasn't like a total tear out all your walls and then you can see every room from every room type situation. Right. So, but yeah, we'll touch base more on that, and we'll have an insurance person on probably in the next couple of weeks. I'm waiting on her to get back to me because she was on vacation this week, and there's some updates and things with a citizen's letter people are receiving. I saw that if you're watching this and you got a letter from Citizens, make sure you call them so they don't drop you. I don't know the ins and outs of all of that, but or just call your insurance agent. Make sure you know what to do and you're doing the right thing to make sure you are still covered. So just all that in the info. So
we'll hear about that soon.
Yeah.
All right, my friends. Well, I think that's time for us. Until next week. And if anybody needs anything in the meantime, please reach out.
Yep. We're here.
All right. Have a great Tuesday.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.